All right, let's do another niche deep dive. This time, I want to look at the grilling and barbecue niche, which I have decided to enter with one of my sites. So in this video, I want to talk about why I entered this niche that you can apply to your decision-making process for other niches. We're going to look at the search competition, the traffic potential, the monetization strategies, how much content we need to create. Is there any EEAT factors to consider? So let's do a deep dive into the grilling and barbecue niche. All right, full disclosure, I do have a site in this niche. So I'm going to talk about my thought process on why I decided to enter this niche. So this site is only a few months old. It's only got like 25 articles on it, but it's showing good promise. I really like the niche. It's something I personally do, which I think is important when we're considering blogging in niche sites in 2023 and going forward. Is it something that you have a personal interest in? And for me, I definitely do. Grilling and smoking and cooking outdoors, this is things that I do a couple of times per week. These recipes that you see on the site are my recipes, right? There's things that I've actually done. I actually went out and cooked all of this food. So personal interest, personal passion, in my opinion, is becoming much, much more important when starting a niche site going forward, because Google wants to see that you're actually doing the thing that you're writing about, that you actually have firsthand experience in your niche. And if you're not interested, or you've literally never done the thing that you're writing about, I think you're going to have a lot of trouble going forward. So personal interest, personal passion might be the number one box to check these days. And for me, it's definitely the case. All right, let's quickly talk about kind of the overall market size for this niche. This is not really something I always look at, but I think it's good to check, right? Are people interested in this niche? So we can see that, the global barbecue grill market size was valued at 4.6 billion in 2021 and is expected to expand at an annual growth rate of 5%, okay? So increased demand for low and slow cooked barbecues, yada, yada, yada. This is a big niche. Let's put it that way. A lot of people are interested in it. A lot of people grill. A lot of people use their smoker. A lot of people like to eat barbecue food. And most importantly, a lot of people like to spend money in this niche, which is important for ad revenue and also important for affiliate revenue as well. But in terms of overall market size, it's definitely a great niche. All right, so I've got a passion or a hobby, which is grilling and barbecuing. And we know that there's a big enough market size, but how do we validate this niche in terms of search competition, right? The majority of the traffic I'm going to get to the site is going to come from Google, which means we need to be mindful of other websites in the niche and how they're performing, right? Are there low authority sites that are getting traffic? Are there low authority sites that are in an ad network like Mediavine or AdThrive? So I can quickly check this in this tool, which, another full disclosure, I own this tool. I built this tool. It's called Niche Finder, and I'll show you how it works. You can grab it. It's only $97 for lifetime access to this tool. We're always expanding our database of niche sites. You can see down here, and this updates kind of in real time, over 15,000 domains in our database that you're able to run searches on. So I went into Niche Finder, and I think I typed in grilling, right? So I can search by niche up here, right? The grilling niche. And what Niche Finder is doing is it's pulling all websites that are tagged with grilling, that at least have one tag. So you can see all of these are tagged with grilling. We're using AI to do the tagging. It's not always 100% accurate, just to be cautious there. We didn't manually tag 15,000 websites. But anyway, you can search there. You can also search keywords as well. So this is, to be clear, is going to search on these tags or these categories, but we also have it to where you can search on keywords, right? So if I typed in filet mignon, right, here's a couple of websites that rank for the keyword filet mignon that aren't necessarily barbecue and grilling sites. Another one would be Traeger, right? Which is a type of smoker in the grilling niche, right? So not only can you search on these tags, which is the actual niche, you can also search by keyword as well. But anyway, let me go back to grilling, right? And so Niche Finder already found 47 sites in the database that were tagged by RAI is grilling. Now, the filtering is really where this becomes very cool. So we can use domain authority filter to kind of filter out high DA sites, right? If I'm entering this niche, I want to see low authority sites that are ranking and getting traffic and are in an ad network. So I can put a cap on DA here. Let's just do 35. So I only want to see sites in the grilling niche that have a max DA of 35, right? And we have 33 results, which is still, pretty good. Now, the next filter that we can do is search traffic, okay? And to be clear, this DA comes straight from Moz. Search traffic, we're using kind of our own calculation to come up with it. Like all tools, our search traffic is only an estimate, and we're kind of working on tweaking it down a little bit. But let's say I only want to see sites that are getting, I don't know, let's put 20,000. Minimum of 20,000 visitors per month, okay? I think I put that in correctly. So now we're down to 23 results. Again, this is how I'm analyzing the niche. I want to see other sites, low authority sites and medium authority sites that are getting good traffic from Google. And not only that, now I can filter on ad network, right? Are any of these sites in Mediavine or AdThrive, right? If they are, it's usually a good indication. Obviously, there's caveats that they're getting good traffic. Otherwise, they wouldn't be an AdThrive or Mediavine in most cases. So I can also check on these boxes, right? So now I'm looking at sites that are in either AdThrive or Mediavine. And we've got 21 results right now. So I can go back. Let me try to do this again. That filter is, I've got to fix that filter. But anyway, we've got 21 results. I was trying to sort it by traffic, but I've got to fix something on the back end. 21 results that are in Mediavine or AdThrive, DA 35 or lower, that are getting at least 20,000 page views per month, right? And I can look at this in this view, right? And kind of just get an idea of what these sites look like. So from here, I can check out, who the competitors are, who are the sites that are ranking, right? So I can see Grilling Dad right here is a DA33. They're in Mediavine. It's only a 2-year-old domain. They have less than 500 pages, and they're getting, this could be a slightly on the high end, but let's call it 300,000 visitors per month. And then for a lot of the domains, not all of them, but a lot of them, we have this feature here where I can click into the Grilling Dad, and it's going to show me their top search competitors, which is a really cool feature. And then below that, we've got a topical map, which we are actually working on improving drastically. But this gives me an idea of the types of topics that they're writing about, right? So obviously they're writing about brisket and chicken and grilling and accessories and beef. And I can click on these, right? So I just clicked into beef, and now I'm getting an idea of the type of beef topics that they're writing about on their site. And then from here, I can also go to their site. So that's how I like to validate the niche. I want to see several examples of other niche sites, lower authority sites that are in an ad network like Mediavine or AdThrive. They're getting good traffic. From a search perspective, that helps me validate the niche. All right, let's talk about monetization, right? How are these sites making money? And I'm gonna, I'm not gonna go through, how many results were there? 21 different results. But if we just look at the Grilling Dad, for example, right? So we know this site is in Mediavine already, right? And let's call it 300,000 page views per month. Let's say the RPM is $30, right? Just doing quick back of the napkin math. Let's call it $9,000 per month just in ad revenue, right? So again, 21 sites that are in either AdThrive or Mediavine. So that's a really good sign in terms of making money with ads in this niche. And of course, the grilling niche, right? So I know this niche, there's tons of stuff to buy. So, it's tough to estimate exactly how much they're making with affiliates, but we know, right, that these are all Amazon links, right? And think about all the different types of products to buy in the grilling niche, right? So smokers, cutting boards, meat thermometers, pellets, right? Tons of different stuff, all right? So, right, and just by clicking around kind of on these sites, we know that this is going to be monetized with Amazon. There's going to be a lot of stuff that we can promote, right? So going to my own site, I only have one review post up because I'm trying to focus on actually doing hands-on reviews, right? So here's a review I did of a grill brush, right? So this is another type of product that I can write about and promote. So for monetization, definitely ads. Over 20 sites in that search that have Mediavine or AdThrive. And then from an affiliate marketing standpoint, tons of different products to promote in the grilling niche. All right, let's talk about EEAT and really focus on kind of those first two parts, which is experience and expertise, right? Google's at least claiming publicly this is where they're going with their algorithms, especially in the age of AI content. Anyone can blast out 1,000 articles with all of these AI tools, but does Google really want to rank that content? They're saying they want to rank content from people who have firsthand experience, from people who have firsthand expertise. So how do we analyze this niche through that lens? If you're going to enter this niche, you're going to have to make these recipes, right? Like it's something to keep in mind. Okay. It's definitely time consuming. Again, I'm actually going out and I made this tri-tip on my smoker and I prepped it and I seasoned it and I put it on the smoker and I waited an hour and a half, right? And I got to enjoy it as dinner, but just cooking it took 2 hours. Then I had to put the post together, right? And you think about these recipe sites, they have hundreds and hundreds and maybe even thousands of recipes. So the degree of difficulty or the effort required to actually go and create this content is something to consider. And it's not easy in this niche. And if you're going to do real reviews, again, you have to get your hands on the product and actually review the content. Now, when I look at the landscape of this niche, are the other sites actually doing this, right? What is the competition doing in terms of EE, right? Experience/expertise. I'd say it's kind of a mix. We see some hands-on reviews, like this is clearly a hands-on review. This is a hands-on review. But then we see, the 10 best pellet smokers where they haven't reviewed 10 pellet smokers, right? Here's another one that does really well. And you can just tell by the photos that this is all hands-on content. Just by looking at the photos on the homepage, these are his photos. So again, I haven't looked at 21 competitors here that I found, but a lot of these sites are actually doing the thing that they're doing. Now, that said, there are some other ones, and I think I looked at this one, that are clearly not doing the thing, right? It's just kind of roundup recipes. They're actually not even, for example, the 6 best meat slicers of 2023. So, I mean, I've looked at this site before. They're obviously not getting their hands on 6 meat slicers. This is your classic Amazon affiliate roundup. This is more of your classic niche site. And, this site is, for only a DA of 28, they've got 100,000 searches per month and they're in Mediavine. So this niche is kind of a mixed bag. Some sites are doing the thing hands-on, others are not. And you can look at that 2 ways. Is it an effort to actually make these recipes? Yes, but it's also an opportunity to stand out against the people who are not actually putting in that effort. All right, and then kind of the last bit of analysis that I like to do is the number of articles that we have to write, right? How much content do we have to produce to get into Mediavine and AdThrive? in this niche. Now, as part of Niche Finder, we do have a data point here is number of indexed pages. We are working to get that set up as a filter and a sorting feature. Right now, I'm just going to eyeball it, but we see some sites that have like 500 and 600 plus pages. This one, I wonder, what's going on. I doubt they have 3,000 recipes, but we see others that have, only a couple of hundred pages. So, right, a couple here, there are several that are under 200 index pages, and they're in Mediavine or AdThrive. At the same time, most of these are 3, 4, 5, 600 plus. Now, some of those are going to be just category pages and privacy pages and that kind of stuff. But the idea is, how much content do I have to produce, right? If it's 800 recipes, that's a lot of work that's going to take me a long time. But again, a couple of good signals here is that, this has less than, I would say, less than 150. Same here, probably the same here. So, and they're all in Mediavine, all over 100,000 pages per month. That's just to get an idea of how much work, how much effort, how much content we have to produce to get to this level. So that's my analysis of the barbecue and grilling niche. Obviously, I've decided to enter the niche. It's a hobby of mine. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy doing the hands-on content, which I think can help me stand out. We've got excellent traffic potential. We've got a bunch of low to medium authority sites that are in AdThrive or in Mediavine, and there's many ways to monetize just with ads and affiliates to get you to over $10,000 per month. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video.